Okay. My name is Ingrid Celis. Today I'm going to interview a person about urban lifestyles in Houston, Texas.
Great introduction. Let's jump into the first question. How many parks are there in your neighborhood?
There are several parks near my neighbor in Houston. One of the most popular is partnering in a community park when people go walking and exercising.
That's a great answer. Let's move on to the next question. Do you know how many people use public transportation every day in Houston?
Yes, many people use public transportation every day in Houston, especially buses and metro rail system.
Excellent. Let's continue with the next question. Could you tell me if there are many restaurants near your house?
Yes, there are many restaurants near my house. Houston have a lot of different food options like Mexican, American, and Asian restaurants.
Great answer. Let's move on to the next question. How much time do you spend commuting to work or school each day?
I usually spend 30 minutes to work. Depend on the traffic.
Perfect. Let's continue with the next question. Do you know if there are a lot of traffic problems in your city?
Yes, Houston have a lot of problem with the traffic, especially during rush hour in the morning or in the afternoon.
Great. Let's move on to the next question. Could you tell me how many supermarkets are near your home?
There are a few supermarkets near my home, including a large store like Walmart and H-E-B.
Excellent. Let's continue with the next question. How many hours do you spend outside every day?
I usually spend about 2 or 3 hours outside every day.
Great. Let's move on to the next question. Do you know if there are many green areas in your city?
Yes, there are many green areas in my city in Houston, including big parks like Memory Park and Bayou Drive Park.
Perfect. Let's keep going with the next question. How much noise is there in your neighborhood?
There is a little noise in my neighbor, but it's usually quiet during the night.
Great. Let's move on to the next question. Could you tell me if there are many buses in your area?
Yes, there are many buses in my area because Houston has a large public transportation system.
Awesome. Let's continue with the next question. How many people live in your neighborhood?
Many people live in my neighborhood because Houston is big and popular city.
Great. Let's move on to the next question. Do you know how much pollution there is in your city?
Yes, there is some pollution in Houston because there are many cars and industries.
Perfect. Let's continue with the next question. Could you tell me if there are many shopping centers near you?
Yes, there are many shopping centers near me, including mall, a large shopping areas.
Awesome. Let's keep going with the next question. How many cafes are there in your neighborhood?
There are a few cafes in my neighborhood where the people like to drink coffee and meet friends.
Great. And now for the final question. Do you know if there is a lot of traffic during rush hour in your city?
Yes, there is a lot of traffic during rush in Houston, especially on the highways. Is terrible. but this is Houston.
That was a great answer. Thank you so much for your responses. I'll put together a little feedback for you now. Thanks again.
Yes, maybe a little feedback, please.
Absolutely. Here's a quick feedback for you. One, grammar and word choice. You did really well. Just remember to use has instead of have when talking about Houston, and keep the wording consistent. Two, your answers were very clear and well structured. Just keep an eye on the flow of your sentences to make them sound even more natural. You included great details that made your answers engaging, like mentioning specific parks and the types of restaurants. Four, pronunciation was great. Just keep an eye on little connectors, like is and are, to keep everything smooth. You did a fantastic job. If you have any other questions or want to practice more, just let me know.
No. Only I say thank you for your job. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, and see you the next time. Bye-bye. Bye.